And my microphone is on. There we go. I love that wonderful upside down rocket that got stuck in the ground. And the only problem with that rocket engine, it's throwing off a lot of tephra. And that's not very safe. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board. Wow, something just changed. Let me put it back onto some fire. There. All right, we'll get it going there. Back to the Bunsen burner. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board. Today is June 30th. And of course, it is here in Canada, it's a holiday tomorrow. So that's really nice. It's Canada Day. So all of the Canadians out here, happy Canada Day for tomorrow. And of course, it's also the 4th of July long weekend. And that is happening on Monday. And we'll definitely be on, I think. But anyway, it is pretty cool. Dr. Fox, is there a point in recording where when it completely stops? Well, this isn't anywhere near where it stopped, so but I'm not understanding why. Okay, is there a point in recording where it completely stops? I don't know. I'm not understanding your question, Tetra. You also asked me earlier while I was very busy how Curly is doing. Curly is out back sleeping and doing fine. Other than LB being a little bit snarky this morning towards Curly and a little bit of hey, I'm at the food bowl, don't bother me kind of attitude. Other than that, everything is just peachy. So they are both in good health, doing their thing. Anyway, hey, B-Matt says, nice, happy Canada Day, and thank you. And anyway, welcome. We'll start out with Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas Snow, and possibly Joseph Fields Official, and maybe, somebody like Gary, 24/7 AZ Skies might be in the background, and possibly others as well. So no worries, and that is I want to see a video of Cumbre Vieja when it stops. If you go through my list of streams, you should be able to find one. Just take a look, just scroll through the volcano eruption playlist, and you should be able to find it. Anyway, so welcome to the moderators. Glad you guys are here and doing your thing. Thanks for already proving that and getting rid of that 14 billion or whatever it was, or gazillion or whatever you put up there. Anyway, we don't need any of that, so well done, guys. And I think Piggy got him, and I think the snowman helped him out the door. So, not a worry, it's all good. So anyway, person who got the cookies today was Juliet, and she gave Hermione some sleeping pills, and Hermione didn't know that, but I'm kidding. No, nobody got sleeping pills. Hermione was very tired, so she didn't feel like trying to stay up, and gave it a shot anyway. And anyhow, so welcome everyone, and I'll start out with saying hi to Spooky Avocado and BMAT, Henry Nelson, Kathy is here, Agura, Sarah Miles, Kevin Haynes, Juliet, of course, Billy Bob Joe is here, Tetra is in the house. Did I say Kevin Haynes? Yeah, I did. Henry Nelson is here, Grandma B, welcome, and Wonky Donkey, Opotus 00 or 00, however you say that, Potus. But yep, perfect. We got, let's see, we got We got those guys. And then there's Grizzly. Welcome, Grizzly. Or welcome back. Going up a little bit more, trying to find other wonderful names. Colin Deadman. Welcome back. Or sorry, King Colin Deadman. And that is pretty cool. Doc, is the mic on? I don't know. Is the mic on? Are you guys hearing me? I hope so. I said hi to Billy Bob Joe. Going up a little bit more, I see Kevin Williams is here. Storm Chaser also here. And we got Henry Nelson just going. I got him earlier. Going up some more to try to make sure I get everybody. Yeah, we got Kathy, we got Juliet. Where the heck is everybody else? Lots of repeat. You guys are chatting too much. I like it. Pamela Moncure, welcome back. Glad to have you on board, Pamela. I hope you're doing all right. Iboto is back. Welcome back, Iboto. And yes, this is archived footage. Definitely not a worry about that one. And glad you asked, though, because some people may think that it is actually happening right now, and no, it is not. This is from whatever I mentioned, I think October 28th of last year. So that's what we're looking at. And that's because we don't have any fire happening at any of these other volcanoes right now, so we got to show something that's giving a little action. Otherwise, it gets a little bit silly. Did I say hi to Billy Bob Joe? I think I did. Going up some more, trying to spot other names while I'm still scrolling here. Frank McLeod, welcome from Frank McLeod's house. And that is excellent. OFU Lux is also in the house, saying, is the mic on? No, the mic wasn't on. When you hear the music, the mic won't be on. Usually, I try not to. Judy L also in the channel, welcome. And going up a little bit more to see if I missed anyone else. I'm all the way to the top, so I don't see anybody else, but on the bottom I see Diane Craig, welcome back. And let's see, Kathy says 10 by 4, okay. Is that like 5 by 5? No, 10 by 4 would give me 40. 5 by 5 only gives me 25. I like yours better. 40 is more. Ha! Okay, here's another one. Ooh-ee-oh. Good day, my pyroclastic lovers. Okay. All right. Rebecca, the monkey star from Ohio. Welcome. And Tracy Bills also popped in. Good to have you on board. And I think we're good for right now. Dinkle Storm Chaser made it in. Welcome. Glad to have you back on, and hope you're doing well. I'm back from my storm chase. I uploaded a clip on my channel. Need a shower. Okay. Well, that might be something we can have a look at in a little while here, and see if we can drop the link for you. And let me see if I can open your channel up. No, why is that not showing it in my stream here? I might have to do it in the other stream. I might have to go directly to it because it doesn't allow me to open it. And we'll see if we can find that comment real quick. And open it. Oh, I gotta shut that mic off. Okay. All right, I just got to find it now. There we go. Will that work? Yep, go to channel. Okay, I got that. So that is working. And I have your channel open. And for anyone who wants to go see that, I'm actually going to drop the link in there right now so I don't forget later. But you guys can take a look at it. We can do that again later if you want as well. So for Dinkle Storm Chasers Dutch weather, you can take a look. The link is right there. I just put it into the chat. That's Barbara's channel, and you're more than welcome to sneak over there. So And that is pretty cool and awesome. Anyway, since we said hi to everybody and everything, and you know, it's Happy Friday on a Thursday here in Canada, and that is all right too. I don't mind that. And let's see. And yeah, hey, if you guys haven't subscribed to Barbara's channel, this might be an opportunity to go over there and pop that subscribe button as well. Anyhow, let's get on with things that are happening or not happening so much. And we really don't have that much material showing up. I'm going to stop this good video right there, and we will get back to that. And that is amazing. I have the power really to stop lava in mid-stride as it's coming up. That is just fantastic. My superpower of the day. And I see my favorite La Palma. And yeah, La Palma is a beautiful place. Let's go though over to Italy, and we'll see what is happening there. And of course there is what we're seeing right now. Unfortunately, we're not seeing any eruption from the volcano. We do see a little bit of smoke up there. Let's back this up a little bit more, back to a time where we could actually see, and that is about here. 1948 was the time. I think that was a good year. I don't know. I don't know. 1948. Good year tire, baby. All right, we do see it right there, and it is continuing from the top as well as the back side. And because the way the wind is blowing right now, we're not seeing anything billow up over here. It's all kind of being blown off to the back side, and that's kind of what's happening at Mount Etna. And this, for those people who aren't familiar with this is Mount Etna in Sicily, which is part of Italy, and that is what we're looking at. A tremor is still moderate, a moderate range at Etna. It's been about the same for a week or weeks now, and that is pretty much the same thing that Yvonne Kunkel had mentioned, that yes, the tremors are there, but you know, they're doing their thing, tremoring, but we're not seeing any lava. Perhaps it didn't have enough in there and exhausted what it had, but that is about it. Yeah, I notice those guys go zipping by there pretty quick. I keep having to check every once in a while. I check and make sure it's not going at 2 times the speed, because some of those guys really fly past that highway. And I don't know if you ever watched those cars out on that road here. They move along pretty good. Sometimes you see the trucks go in the opposite direction, and you can tell they're not going slow, you guys. I don't know what the speed limit is there, but holy mackerel, don't be crossing that road without looking and checking a few times. They move real well. Anyway, let's see. So that is basically what we're seeing at Etna. We can take a look at a couple of the other views as well, if we can get them to show up. And this was what we were seeing earlier in their little tighter, closer up shot. You see the plume in the back here. Most of that is from that other one, the one that I said was the wind is blowing and was just blowing it out on this side now. And that's what we were seeing pluming up. And it calmed down a bunch more though from this. So it's a little bit easier going, and as we move on in time, you can kind of see that. And that's exactly what we were seeing, is it's starting to bend over and just kind of go sideways, doing its thing. We do still have off-gassing from the top here, obviously, but that is from that iron-rich vent on the back side that we seen the photos of way back. and that is where that's coming from. And moving on a little bit, let's see, still focused right about there. Whoop. Yeah, that works right around there. Looks not bad, but that's kind of what we were seeing all the way along. And I don't know if we put that to live, you don't see anything on that view at all. The other ones, I'm just flipping through the views here. The other ones are just not showing any type of lava or anything glowing up on the top of the hill. Even the spider web is more luminant than what's up there. So go away, flies, and you're going to get trapped. You don't want to be here. Anyway, we do see a star up there, which is pretty cool, but not much else. Some smoke, obviously. So let's leave it there, not worry about it. And Mount Etna, we will revisit tomorrow and take a look, unless something happens in the meantime. And let's move on over to Iceland and see what is happening. Oh, we got commercials. Hang on. Let me go back there and skip those commercials. I didn't realize that they had commercials on there. And let's see. Yeah, that's kind of my suspicion. There we go. And yeah, we're not going to see anything there at all. And I kind of peeked in a few times and thought, okay, great, nothing. We didn't see it all day. So Ragnar is hiding, and we can't see it. It's in there somewhere, but just not seeing it. Looking at other places. Here we're up on the Perlin Center in Reykjavik, and we are looking out, seeing what's happening out there. Not a nice sunset tonight, you guys. Unfortunately, lots of rain cloud and stuff like that happening. So it is what it is. I did try to have a look and see if we could see anything in the valley. In Nathagi Valley, and it basically is kind of the same thing. That's about the best it gets right there, and that is unfortunate, but hey, what do you do, right? So it is one of those things. Okay, I see it's going to be one of those days, is it? Give me a second. I am going to unfortunately, for those good people who are here, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button right now if you want to stay in the chat. Otherwise, I'm turning on the subscriber only mode, and that is what is happening. So please make sure that you are subscribed, and I am turning it on now. And hopefully that will fix that and save. So if you didn't subscribe, you and you hit the button now, it will be 5 minutes before you can chat in the chat again if you're doing your thing. Hey, Luke Mule is here. Welcome. Glad to have you on board, and thank you guys for reporting that. That is excellent. Really does help out. All right, let's carry on, and we're going to have a look at the harmonic tremor chart for Philadelphia. By the way, I watched a video today where it was basically a spam video, clickbait, saying that Ragnar erupted again today. And Ragnar didn't erupt. It was, a matter of fact, that video is no longer up. I don't know how that happened. Snicker, snicker. But anyway, yeah, it's just crazy that people would turn around and say all kinds of things and try to scare people to death by saying Ragnar erupted. And of course, they're showing video from every other country and every other volcano. Like we had the Philippines there, Krakatoa, Hawaii, and I'm thinking to myself, hang on here, palm trees? You're talking about Iceland. Why are you showing palm trees? He never had a single bit of video or anything from Ragnar. It was all Indonesian or Hawaiian, so it is what it is. Anyway, looking at what we're seeing, we refreshed that, so we do see a couple of spikes right there in the wee hours, and some little ones down on the bottom, but general consensus is that we are on a downswing again, and that is what we're seeing. At least it's being reported properly, and that is excellent. So let's take a look and see if we can see those ones in the Grindavik chart, and we'll slide down there real quick, and let's get on to it. And there it is, Grindavik chart. So yep, they're both there, and one is much taller. So Kim Rowden, what? In a parallel universe. Well, which one? Give me the number of the universe. I want to go there, Kim. I want to go see it. And I'm assuming that you do have the number. All parallel universes are numbered. You know that, right? So you got to give me the right number, and I'll go there right away. I've got a secret mirror that we can go through. What? 1:15 p.m. I need to eat. You're welcome to share. Food, yummy. Actually, I had worms with meatballs today. I don't know how we got on the discussion of worms, but I was going to make lunch, so I made spaghetti and meatballs, and I thought, yeah, that'll work. Anyway, was good. I didn't have any garlic toast or anything, but that's all right. It was good. All right, so looking at it, we do have the spikes there. Let's take a look and see what we've got for earthquakes. And let me get on to that one so we can do our things. And let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we'll take a look at, I guess, down here on the peninsula first, and maybe this 1.5 out here in the water. Have a look at that. 15.6 kilometers down. Hey, Satronics, thanks for renewing that membership. That's awesome. And I will write that down. Satronics. Next. Renewed membership. There we go. And thank you kindly for that. That is awesome. And okay, anyway, this 15.6 kilometers down for this 1.5 that happened at 8:51 a.m. out there in the water all by himself. And then we have a couple close relatives here. There's swimmers, and I don't know if they're heading out to them or not, but 1.0 and 3:57 a.m. 6.5 kilometers down for that 1.0, and then the 1.1, 6.1 kilometers down, 3:58 a.m. and then we have another one right here, 3:08, and that was 5.3 kilometers down, also a 1.1. So that's what's offshore. And let's take a look at what is onshore. And this is kind of interesting because the center of our uplift was basically right about here. And so this is almost in the center. Center would have been about here roughly for the uplift. So slightly off center from the uplift, but let's have a look and see what we've got. Some of these might be from yesterday as well, and they are too. And that one is 21:48 was the time on it yesterday, and 1.4, 5.7 kilometers down. Next one also 1.4 yesterday, 21:46. The 2.5 yesterday's as well, 6.2 kilometers down. I think we went over most of these, and probably worked with a lot of it. This one is from today, 2:30 in the morning, and a 1.3, 5.6 kilometers down. Let's see what these other ones are. That one is yesterday's, and let's see, this guy, yesterday's. We would have looked at all of those, and that's yesterday's as well. Same with that guy. What about this 1.0? Yep, same thing. So only one from today that really shows up there. What about this 1.4? And that is yesterday's as well. So that's what we're seeing there. And if we zoom back out just a little, want to see if we see anything else lighting up. And not on this map. Okay. So that is always why I like checking the other ones. We do see some stuff that is a little bit kind of better marked, I guess. We do see one over here. This, of course, is where Ragnar sits in Geldingadarler, right in here. And we do have this guy. This is Maridalia Valley right there. And this is about where the camera was located. The camera was here. The still cam that was on the hill was right about there. So that's just about underneath it. And that is 10.3 kilometers down, was from yesterday at 1948. So not fresh either. And I'm sure there's some small ones in there. We'll have a look at those pretty quick. But it makes you wonder what created those spikes in there if we only had the one that was actually from today here. And that's only a 1.3. So is my chart not up to date? From these guys, we'll have to look at the other one. And zooming out a little bit, we want to see other quakes. This is a 1.8, and he's got some friends. And this is where they've got some farming as well as geothermal going on in this area. And that is from yesterday, 1835, 1.8 in magnitude, 4.7 kilometers down. And let's see, these other ones also from yesterday. What about this 1.1? Yep, yesterday's. And the 1.5, also yesterday's. So we're going to leave those alone, not worry about them. And we will carry on, have a look. We do have something right there. I don't know if that one was fresh or yesterday's. I don't recall. I know there was a lot of stuff going on there. This one is fresh. 2.3 in magnitude, 4.6 kilometers down, 6:47 a.m. is the time on it. The 1.7 is 6:38, and it was 6.1 kilometers down, so that's pretty cool. What? Dr. Fox, wait, I think Dr. Frankenfurter did a time warp. That's why everyone reported a Ragnar. Oh, okay. Well, that straightens everything out now, doesn't it, Kim? Anyway, carrying on, we do see one little spot here, kind of not really at Hecla. Hecla is here, and Dahlia, if I said it right, over here. And of course, this is just a little 1.0, but still, the fact that it is out there, and that is 5.1 kilometers down, happened today at 10:56. Looking at it, it's sitting in just about right in an old volcano there. But then again, hey, Iceland is pretty much all volcanic. And there we have over near Grimsvatn, we do have a 1.2 in the ice flow. This is possibly a very shallow 1.2 kilometers down, 1.2 in magnitude from 1122. I think there's a theme here. 1122, 1212. No theme? Okay, never mind. Okay. Looking at more stuff, let's take a look. Anything at Astra? Yes, we have a 1.0 right in the lake. And that is 7.2 kilometers down, though. Happened at 1708. And that is actually quite far down. I'm surprised it's that far. Should have been more shallow. And getting up into the northern regions, we do see a couple more out here. And I think let's check this guy first. We'll zoom in on him. Let me see if I can get to him, though. He might be just out of reach. It's a 2.5, and unfortunately, when I zoom in to try to click him, it cuts off the top of the screen. So I'm not sure how to fix that, but yeah, we can't see him. 2.5 though, out in the water. And we'll take a look here. These may all be from yesterday as well. And they are too, or at least that one was. This one is from today, 4:27 a.m., 1.0 magnitude at 8.4 kilometers down. Checking the other ones yesterday, this is today's 1.2 and 9.3 kilometers down, and that was at 7:31. Let's have a look at this guy. Today at 7 minutes after midnight, 1.2, 10.2 kilometers down. Checking the other ones from today as well. 8:36 a.m., 9.2 kilometers down. Today's as well, 14:40 and 10.7 kilometers down. Thank you for the 4-minute warning, and hi, Kate. And this one, 7:01 a.m., 9.5 clicks down to 1.2 is the magnitude. And then this guy, 7:31, gee, must have had a crack moving all the way along there. 10.1 kilometers down, 1.2. The only ones we didn't check are these two here. And that is from yesterday. And this guy here was from 8 minutes after midnight, 7.2 kilometers down, 1.4 in magnitude. If we zoom back out, we do have a couple more over here, 1.3, and that is awful little and all by himself. Come on, you want to click, don't you? There you go, 6 kilometers down from yesterday at 22:25. I'm going to leave that guy be, and I think there's a couple more right there. Yep. Let's see. Let's look at the bigger one first, 1.6, and that is from yesterday at 19:38. And we're not going to worry about that guy. Where's the other one? I know I've seen him here somewhere. There he is, 1.2. And real quick check, and yep, yesterday is as well from 23:03, 7.7 kilometers down for that 1.2. Pardon me. All right, and there we go. That's basically it for this map. I just wanted to move over to the other map real quick. Now, I don't know why they indicated a 3.6 that far offshore, and I didn't see anything in the USGS stuff, but they did put that on there, and I don't know if this is a fact or some kind of typo or what the heck it is, but 2:23 a.m. 3.6 in magnitude, 5.1 kilometers down, so not very far down. They also mentioned this 2.5 here, and that was from 21:39, and that was 1.1 kilometers down, not very deep. So that is interesting. Quick peek at our area, which is what we refer to as Geldingadar, that area. Wow, Luke Mule, that's okay. I'm not a monthly contributor, but I hope this helps you out for the daily broadcast. Thank you for your service, Dr. Fox. Loot Mule, that is one heck of an awesome super chat. Thank you very kindly for that. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you. $50 super chat is awesome. Really, really awesome. Thank you kindly. Anyway, zooming in really quickly here, I wanted to see what we had going on at Geldingadalur, or that area, because we've seen that one quake. This one happened at 41 minutes after 1 a.m. 0.242, 13.4 kilometers down. So that's really far down. 8.8 clicks down, 0.38 from 147. And the other one here, 1:48 a.m., 0.97 at 10 kilometers down. And then we've got this guy here, and that is 0.41, 9.4 kilometers down, 1:28 a.m. Curious question, why so deep all of a sudden? And that is kind of making me wonder what the heck is going on. This guy here from 7:19 a.m., 0.17 and 5.1 kilometers down. So already a lot more shallow there. Just want to check these ones in town here. 4 kilometers down, 0.19 on this guy from 4:36 a.m. This 0.04, also 4 kilometers down, 5:05 a.m. This one by the radio towers, 7:58 a.m., 0.09, and of course that is 2.6 or 36 kilometers down. The one right on the road is 3.4 kilometers down, 6.66. So it gives you a pretty good idea, but that area is still swarming. And you know, if you guys want to go through every one of them, you're more than welcome to do that on your own. The link, you can bring that up by simply, yeah, I see that, Piggy. I need, and my throat's starting to feel it. I do need to take that break. But anyway, what I was saying here, earthquakes, if you type in earthquake or earthquake 2, I think it is, I can't remember which one brings up this particular map, but they are in there, so you guys can take a look in the description and grab them and do your thing. Hey Bill, welcome, glad to have you on board. Anyway, for those good people who are here, it is time for me to go take a break. I need that 5-minute breather, otherwise my throat will be done, and we don't want that to happen. So on that friendly note, I am going to see if we can get you lined up with a little bit of lava, and hopefully that'll work for a little while, keep you all happy. And I am going to go take a 5-minute breather, so be good, be kind, stick around, lots more show to come. And I know I turned that off. Harr, harr. Oh. There, I turned the other one on while I turned that one off. Okay, just need to turn the video on, and then you can watch the fire. Anyway, I will be back in 5 minutes or thereabouts. Keep smiling, be good, and don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Also, if you're new, you haven't subscribed, and you want to get into the chat, we do have subscriber mode only on. You have to hit the subscribe button. It'll take 5 minutes before you're able to chat. And I will be back. And hi to One Fish as well. So we got Bill in there and One Fish. And hi to whoever else snuck in. I will be back in 5. we're back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you guys on board. I'm turning that silly song off. Okay, it is off. I see it is off. Hopefully next time I go there, it will stay off. Anyway, I'm glad to have you guys on board. I see a few more people popped in. Jojo, welcome. And let's see, Gura is here. One fish is in the house, so let's see, did I miss anyone else? Sharon Stewart is here, and awesome. Grandma B says, okay, supper is over. Yep, Grandma B, leave the dishes for the maid. Oh, hang on, never mind, you don't have a maid. I tried that before, mine didn't show up either. Mars 2028 we got. Okay, and welcome. If I did miss your name, please don't be offended. I try to say hi to everyone, so it is pretty good. And there's Andy Morgan, welcome back. And thank you guys for the welcome backs. I do appreciate it, and that is awesome. Anyhow, yep, what we are watching is canned lava, and that of course is from back in October of last year of Cumbre Vieja volcano, and it is actually a pretty awesome sight to be able to see that. But that is what we've got. So okay, I'm back from the shower. Oh my god, what a dirt on the floor and of the shower. Oh my god, you shouldn't have dirt in there. Wash it all away. And glad you had a good shower. All right. Anyway, we are doing our thing here. Let's park this for a while. We're going to pop all over and take a look at other volcanoes around the world. And we'll zip over to our wonderful São Jorge. São Jorge, of course, is in the Azore Islands, right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. We'll show you where that is right now. What we are looking at is the harbor on São Jorge, or one of the harbors. And, of course, here's a shot of the little cove here, and there's a big rock sticking out over here that you can't see. But what we use this cove for is just to look and see how much white water is down on the bottom here. And there's a fair amount. So the seas are fairly rough, and that is awesome. Don't go out boating with a little boat. Let's take a look at the other harbor, and that is this one. Today they don't have really bright lights shining into the camera. We see that ship is anchored out there in the bay, as well as a bunch of other sailing vessels, and they're doing their thing. So that is all good. And let's take a look and see how many earthquakes we had on São Jorge. And okay, well, it looks like 2 of them, and let's take a look there. 2.2 at 1:36 this morning, as well as 1.5 at 22:51, and that's the extent of the list. So there is not a heck of a lot. And let's make that screen a little wider. We'll go over to the other map, and we're going to refresh that one just so we get proper information, because we did have a second one that I was not aware of, and there we go. So looking at it a little bit more close up, there is the entirety of São Jorge. Looks like a knife or a dagger. And anyway, this is Pico Island and Mount Montana. That's the one we look at in the picture every once in a while. And anyway, there it is, 49 minutes ago, 1.5 for that guy, and 22 hours ago for the 2.5. That one is kind of in an oddball place. Normally they're more concentrated in that area up here. So to see it that far down kind of makes a guy wonder what the heck is going on. But that is where it is. The other ones usually happen right in here. But that is not out of the realm. That's still part of that fissure, so very likely moving something a little bit and caused that quake. Let's just take a look at where they're located, and they're the 1.5. It's pretty much a surface quake, and the 2.5 is 10 kilometers down. So that is where we're at with it, and of course that wouldn't work. Let me try one more time. There we go. All right. So there we see it, 10 kilometers down, and that happened in the wee hours, and that happened at the other end of the clock, and that is right up at the top. So that's kind of what we're seeing for those two quakes. Really not much else in there, and you know, yesterday we only had this one, so I don't know. It's not looking very promising for this thing to be erupting anywhere, at least not in my opinion. And we really don't even see anything else around it as far as earthquakes, at least not today. And I zoomed out so you can kind of see where it is located. And this, of course, is Spain and Portugal, and there is where the Azore Islands are. And of course, you get over here, you got New York, you got Nova Scotia and PEI and Newfoundland, and that gives you a pretty good idea of where it is. Canary Islands down here. So this is like right in the middle of the ocean. And of course, that big crack you see here, that is the mid-Atlantic ridge. And we did have earthquakes on it right around here yesterday or the day before. But that, of course, goes all the way through Iceland and works its way up here and continues on. And that is the Eurasian plate on this side and North American plate on the other side. And that's kind of what we're seeing, at least in that area up there. Let's carry on, go to different ones. This one is all right. I will put that back on there so I know where I put it, and we will take a look here. Hey, I recognize this, and it's not all snow covered. Yeah, so a lot of that snow has melted off of Popocatepetl. That is in Mexico, of course, and that is kind of what we're looking at. It's not pluming up too much. If we go back earlier in the day, we do see it did have a little bit more snow on it still, and the clouds going over it, so it did melt quite a bit. There's what it was like at about 10:36 this morning. So a lot of that snow melted off, but also you see very little coming out of there, and it's almost like it's taking a vacation or a hiatus in pluming. Earlier though, let's get that back there. It didn't love me. Okay, it don't love me anymore. There's the nighttime shots. I wanted to get to about here, and let's see. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so we see all the wonderful stars. We see satellites or UFOs zipping across the sky, and you can see that guy moving right there, and pretty cool, pretty neat. And yeah, anyway, like the stars, like the volcano. But not a heck of a lot going on, and yeah, that UFO just flying along there. OFU Lux might know something about that one, but we'll leave it alone. Looking at the other pictures of Popocatepetl, this is from one of the other sides, and we can see the plume, not very large, and thank you, sun, for turning on the high beams. We can see right through it, and that is pretty cool. So one more view, and that is from, of course, the other direction. Let's get that live as well. There we go. And that is you can see all that snow has melted off quite a bit. We do still have a little bit. I guess that would be the north side of the volcano. So the south side all clean and hot and all that. All right, let's leave that guy alone. And that is Popocatepetl, about 70 kilometers south of Mexico City. Next is, of course, the one we can't see. And this is supposed to be Fuego de Colima, but it eludes us. It is hiding in the clouds. Let's see if we have any visibility. This is about as good as it gets, you guys. So we can't tell what it is doing, but we know it's still there. That is always a nice thing, but that's it. Let's speaking of fuegos, so this one is in Mexico. It is south of Guadalajara, and that is the city of Guadalajara. The next one we're looking at is also called Fuego, but we're probably not going to see it, and it is in Guatemala, and no picture today. Looking at what we've got, everything is gray. Oh, hang on, I lied. We do see it. There it is. Hey, we found some. 8:49 a.m. We can actually see it for a little while. So we did have a couple of hour opening, maybe an hour or so, of visibility. Real cool. And that is pretty good. What? I'll leave those crayons. Oh my gosh, they're going to be all slimy again, Piggy. Okay. What? Don't you stay out of the drawers. I'm locking that drawer and going to put the key back in my pocket. You can't get it. It's the cookie drawer. And that's all right. Okay. Piggy, let's read the cookies tonight from Dr. Fox's desk. The ice cream is, hey, what's going on here? No, I got the key in my pocket. You guys can't get into my desk. Forget it. Welcome, Duchess of Elements. And anyway, looking at Fuego, it did pop out of the clouds, but unfortunately it did not do any erupting while it was out for its view in the sunshine, and that is a little disappointing, but hey, we can live with it for today. And we'll keep going a little further south. Let's see what else we've got. Tolika, still not working, and hey, an almost picture from Momotombo, and it is actually not bad. We can see it. That is pretty awesome, and we can actually see what's coming out. So pretty good, and definitely Momotombo is doing its thing. Let's pop over to, and that is in Nicaragua, by the way. Next volcano also in Nicaragua is Masaya, and it continues to do what it does best, and that's steam and bubble and churn down there. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any lava popping out. Thank you for the 5-minute warning, Piggy. Piggy, snout bop that desk. No, don't do that. Piggy's going to get a nosebleed. Please don't yet. Please don't, Piggy. Don't. You're going to end up with a nosebleed again. You're going to end up having to go get more cauterization in your nostrils. You didn't like it the first time, so careful with that. See, I'm going to keep her from doing that. She didn't like going to the doctor and having to get burned and smelling that burning. Okay, now that I've put that memory back in her head, she won't do it. I guarantee it. Okay, real quick look at a couple of the other ones, and we'll see what else we got happening. And of course, we'll pop over to Merapi, And Merapi is happy, but it hasn't really done all that much. I was trying to see if we could see anything major coming out of it. We did find a couple of spots, and this was one of them. And maybe there we go. And there you can see the wonderful bacon sliding down the hill, of course, and that is always nice. Piggy, distract Dr. Fox with a magpie call while you're picking the lock. You guys really are trying, aren't you? Oh. Okay, just so you understand, the lock you're trying to pick is not the same as the normal locks. Okay, this is an 8 wafer lock, and it has specialty slides in it. It's basically non-pickable. All right, that's the only way. You could drill it out, but I'll definitely hear that. Just so you know. By the way, I used to work for a company that really is a locksmith company. Steals Dr. Fox Pepsi. Oh no. Ah, boy, oh boy. Now I changed it. Oh my God. Oh, they're sneaky. Anyway, we do see that wonderful lava flowing down there. So there were a couple more like that. Nothing really, really major though. And I think this was another one where we had a little bit of an eruption, and you can see some of that bacon had come down the hill. Really, there weren't as many though as what we've had in the past, so things are a little bit more quiet. I'm just trying to find a good spot here where we've seen a little bit. That would have been right around here. I had 7 hours written down, but there you see a little bit of that bacon flowing out, and that is pretty cool. Thanks to you now, what? To say the volcano names the right way, Merapi. All right, well, I'm glad you can do that. There are some that I still have problems with, though, Duchess of Elements. No milk, yeah, wiring will get stuck, sticky. Oh my God. They're sending in the bot to get it. Okay, that's it. I gotta change the locks again. Anyway, awesome, you guys. So that was what we were seeing out of Merapi, and really not too much else. They do have their other stream going with up to date, but they've squished those views there, so a little bit more difficult to try to decipher. That's it right there. So and while we're looking at stuff, let's pop back over to New Zealand and have a look at Ruapehu. And Ruapehu, of course, in the clouds today, so I'm not going to see it all that much, I don't think. I'm just going to check here and see if it was all right. No, not all right. Can't see. And oh, in the wee hours, we might be able to see it in the wee hours. Well, almost. You can kind of sort of see stuff peeking out there a little bit just at sunrise, but unfortunately not a heck of a lot. We do know Ruapehu is covered in a lot of snow. It is winter time down there, so ski season, all that nice stuff, and the volcano itself is not active, and that's what we're looking at. Moving along, Semeru, unfortunately, very cloudy, and we are not getting any type of a view there whatsoever. So we'll skip right over that, and we'll pop over to Sakurajima in Japan real quick, and we'll have a look there. And let me see if I can get onto that. There we go. Quick check for the ice cream boat. It's coming. It's coming. And there is one docked, I think. Yeah, it looks like there's an ice cream boat there and one coming in for a landing. So you guys can head down there and do your thing. Do break time. Okay. Just had to make sure you guys could go for ice cream. So please, run down there, do your thing. And I will go on a break. So please stick around, you guys. For those who have not yet hit that like button, it's the magic button. And when you push it, your luck will change forever. As long as it's a thumbs up, you will be granted all kinds of wishes tomorrow after you wake up. So give it a quick shot. We'll try it. On that friendly note, some more lava flowing and keep you guys happy with a little bit of an inferno of some sort or something. Anyway, back to the lava, the Cumbre Vieja footage from La Palma from last October, and that is what we're seeing. Music is on and I'm off. I will be back in 5 minutes with bacon seeds. Keep smiling. And no, don't catch any of that orange stuff coming down. It's hot. I'll be back. And I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. I'm located here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a long ways away from pretty much all active volcanoes. Safe place. It's a safe place. And thank you for the welcome backs, you guys. That is awesome. Let's see, who said Gura, and of course Kevin Haynes, Duchess of Elements. Thank you guys, and all awesome. So I stopped the lava mid-track there, and using my godly powers to suspend it in midair, and it will retain its heat and everything. So anyway, welcome, and let's see, the flame. Yep, you got it. Thanks, Mars 2028 and Sharon Stewart. Glad you can hear me. Let's get over and have a look at some bacon seeds, though, because that's what we're into. Anyway, this is what we were looking at yesterday. That was the final one from yesterday. And let's pop in and have a look at this whole montage of this little guy. And he seems to like his little kitty blanket there. And yep, definitely a little tyke. And he is enjoying it. And Simba, is that Simba? And that is pretty cool. We love it. All right, let's get on to the next beautiful bacon seed. Use the force. But Luke isn't here. How can I use the force if Luke isn't here, Mars? We need Luke. Luke Skywalker. Anyway, next bacon seed. Here is another wonderful little montage of this little bacon seed, and yeah, they're cute. They're cute. No matter what you say, they're cute. I like them. All right, that guy is definitely got a different look. He's kind of confused, going blue. I don't know what's it. Smells funny. Anyway, speaking of bacon seeds, here is a wee seed. And there's a couple of wee seeds right there. Very, very small little bacon seeds, you guys. And you can tell because look at the size of that finger. He's only about a finger high. So that is a very small little bacon seed. Very young little one. Back. No, he's pointing at the leg, not his back. Oh, your back. Okay, never mind. I'm kidding. Rusty Bolts, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's keep going here with our wonderful bacon seeds. And kind of hamming it up, aren't you? Looking at the camera like that? I think so. And yep. That guy is definitely pretty fuzzy. I guess we call him Fuzzy Wuzzy Was a Piggy. And there you go. And this guy is going, hey, what do you want? Why are you looking at me like that? And that is cute. I like it. That is awesome. He looks like he's going to snout bob somebody or something. He's got a stern look on his face. And let's get to our next bacon seed. That is another little wee one. And these are definitely bacon seeds. These are very, very small. My snout is made for bopping. Yep. And anyway, let's see if we go to the last one. And of course, that is our last picture of today. And you're getting the eye. So definitely you're being kept an eye on. Get it? Okay. Anyway, that is it for our wonderful bacon seeds. Piggy, thank you very much for those. Those are always awesome. and we really do appreciate you sending those in every day without fail. So I got a sort of a bacon seed. Well, yeah, you got a sort of a bacon seed. And you know what? I was actually going to show that one on here, and I think I will. But I have to re-email it to myself because it's on the other computer. So give me a second here, and I will do that. And I'm going to show those. So I want a new one, and we're going to click in there and hit the DR and get that going. And I'm going to see if I can get those on the picture or on the screen real quick. And this is the, what did you call him, Piggy? Buddy is his name or something like that. I think that's where I saved him anyway. Buddy, where are you, Buddy? I know Buddy is in here somewhere. Probably under B. Like we don't have anything that starts with B, like, you know, bunnies, birds, bathrooms, all kinds of things. Let's see if we can make that work. There we go. And insert and send, and we'll see how quick the email will get to me. These aren't overly large pictures, so they should send very, very quickly, and we will be able to load them up. And the email did arrive, and I just need to save them somewhere into, yeah, that'll work, and save that, and that'll work too. Same folder, I like it, and let's see if we can get them on the screen for you. So anybody who happens to live in Greece, if you want to adopt a little kitten, let Piggy know, and she will be happy to make arrangements once the little one is all well and fine and dandy. And let's load up the two pictures here, and gotta get it. Why is that not doing what it's supposed to? And let's try that. Okay, so that is the little guy in the box, and we'll get the other shot on here real quick. Buddy, where are you? Okay, there. And this is Buddy, and we'll make that a little bigger, and you can see the size of Buddy. So there you go. Anyone who wants to adopt them, and you can probably make some arrangements. And there you can see how small this little guy is. That's Piggy's hand, and of course there you can see that this is the size of your hand. And of course you can see him in the bunny or the cat carrier or the cat box there. And he's really, really tiny, just so you guys can see. So I thought I'd share that with you. There you go, and we're all good. Let's carry on, and we'll move to where we were earlier, and that is Sakurajima. I hope everybody got their ice cream, because the ice cream boat is leaving. We can see it. It's going by, and there is no more ice cream boat sitting here. So we're done. And let me see if I can get my mouse on the right spot. Yeah, okay, so there it is. Anyway, there's our volcano Sakurajima. That is down in the southern portions of Japan. We're really not seeing a heck of a lot. Here's a little closer shot of it. We do know that during the night it did have a little bit of a red tinge to it. And I'm just trying to find a spot where we could actually see that. You can kind of tell right there. You can see a little bit of glow down in the bottom as it is producing a little bit of smoke. but it wasn't really very, very intense or anything like that. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And we didn't see much else happening. And as you can see right now, it is very, very relaxed. And of course, from the distant view, you don't see a heck of a lot of anything. And the crater close-up, you don't see anything coming out right now. So it's taken a breather, and I'm sure it will come back with a vengeance when it does, right? At least we hope so. Moving on, and there is our wonderful Mount Fuji. And I think Mount Fuji is pretty awesome. It looked like it had some interesting clouds at sunrise there, and I don't know if it was just steam rising or the UFO was trying to get out of the way or something. And I never knew there were lights up top here. Somebody put lights up on Mount Fuji? That's new on me. It even looks like there's more stuff up there. It's probably aliens up there doing their thing. But once we get into daylight, we see that. Looks like a lot of mosquitoes or something flying around there, but don't let them bug you. Get it? Don't let them bug you. Never mind. It was punny. Come on, it was a punny joke. All right, looking at what we've got up here, not too much of that snow left up there either, and it's probably all the aliens hauling it away, using it for themselves, and trying to save him, Juliet. Okay, yeah, Piggy does a good job at that. She will take good care of the little fella. Anyway, Mount Fuji doing its thing, and had different views during the course of the day here, and it got a little cloudier by right now, which is what we're looking at. So is there a clock on this one? I guess there's no clock on this, but that's all right. We don't need a clock. We know it did its thing. Moved on, and there is ASO. ASO is this volcano right here, and ASO is steaming, and yes, ASO is spelled ASO, and do not pronounce it or mispronounce it. And ASO is doing its thing. Nice and green weather, or green stuff around here. All that rain they got up there turned everything beautiful lush green colors, which is really nice to see. But that's all we see from that. Nothing major. This guy is a green volcano. When I say green, I mean they've put it back to it's safe to be around, as in a green rating on it, and not yellow or orange or red. And of course, the other one for Suwanosi-jima, which is down on the islands, we don't have anything on it right now. Cameras are not working for down there. Putting it back on here so I know where I can find it, and we'll carry on and take a look at other volcanoes. And there is our wonderful Taal volcano, and of course this is courtesy of Taal meditation, and I thought I clicked that. Did that not turn on? There we go. Okay, that should turn on now. Oh, that didn't work. Copy, remove, paste, and there. Now it's working. Okay. Very quiet out at Taal, and you don't see anything really coming out of the crater. The crater is right about in here, but sometimes you see pluming going everywhere. Unfortunately, just nothing happening. So it is what it is. Dr. Fox and the Lava family. Linda, welcome. Beam lurking. Okay, not a problem. You're more than entitled to do that, and we don't mind. Glad that you peeked in, though. That way, at least we know you're still with us. And let's carry on to see what else we've got. I guess we could probably pop over to let's take a look at Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park, and of course we see what's going on here. Green fields and possibly keeping the people away from the buffalo. And hopefully everybody is okay now. And okay, I am here and now, so watch out. Okay. Well, we'll watch out, and if you happen to see any buffalo, make sure the people aren't anywhere near it. And I'm going to leave Yellowstone. We're going to pop over to Hawaii, and let's take a look and see what we can find in Hawaii. And there we go. That is from last night. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Kind of fixed it. And that is from 1831 Hawaii time yesterday. You can see some nice spots there, and very hard to make out the toe, but you can certainly see the entrance into that area with all this lit up stuff right there. Going to refresh that so you can see what it looks like right now. And of course our lava level is still very low. That's probably still at least 3 meters down, if not more. So 10 to 15 feet of lava is still missing out of the pond as far as depth, and that is a lot of lava. That's at least about 14 or 15 pumper trucks. Oh, I didn't say that out loud. It's a lot of lava. Anyway, it's fed from this end typically by a tube that comes from a small hornito, and that is kind of the divider. James Bong is here. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And who else? Juliet, I'm going to watch in the Lurkers Lounge before I go to bed. Bye all. Okay, good night, Juliet, and thanks for being here. Do appreciate it, and have a wonderful evening. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. I'm moving on. This was yesterday's photo, and it was too hard to see. Getting into today's, still not much easier to see, but we do see where the pond is. And we also see the primary vent there, venting. And of course that's kind of it. Let's move on to the other side. We see it again from yesterday, and in the evening we see a pretty good shot of what it looked like there. And we'll do a refresh on it and see what it looks like right now. There we go. And that is still pretty awesome. Like I say, I think that lava came back up a little bit. You know, like before, it really looked like really empty from yesterday, and then today it looks like it's maybe a meter higher or something like that, which is all right. Anyway, lots of smoke around the edges here, which is pretty interesting. Also, the height difference, I'm really noticing it in the back here and of the sides. This area must have uplifted again a little bit. We do see the cracks in here, and that is because of all that darker material here in the center has all risen up quite a ways. But anyway, Pig Island is still floating there. I don't know, it looks taller today. A lot of smoke coming from here, and we know all this area around the edges is fresher lava, and when we have fresh lava meeting old lava, we always end up with a lot of smoke. So that's kind of what we're seeing, and let's pop in. This is yesterday's thermal from 1614. You can see how little lava there is in there. This is your primary vent here. There's that little hornito that divides it and allows it to flow there, but also overflow into the back here. You can definitely see the outer edges are lighter in color, and of course that is much fresher lava than the old cooled off and dry stuff that's laying up top. which includes the lava pond here. And doing a quick refresh on that, we'll get the now picture, and it looks like somebody gave him two eyes, and that's kind of neat. Anyway, there's your little divider hornito, a little better view of the actual vent area there. And again, still very noticeable that the outer edges here, beyond that darker material, is showing spots where there's a fresh lava underneath. So that is not very thick, and it's interesting that whole area is floating up and down a little bit. Must be a lot of pressure in there. 2-minute warning, thank you, Piggy. And that's kind of what we're seeing there. And I think that'll just about be it. Actually, we do have that thermal video. I'm going to just throw that on here just so you get the idea. Since we got 2 minutes, we'll do earthquakes afterwards. But this was from June 13th is when USGS put this together. And you can see the elevation change within that caldera. And watch that lava coming up, and everything is floating, and that is kind of gives you a pretty good idea of what I'm referring to when I say that center area was kind of stuck there. Anyway, we'll put it back here for now. Actually, let's put it onto this scene, and we got to fix that back up by clicking there. And maybe getting that going in a second. Hang on. And there we go. So it is just about break time, so that is what we need to do. And for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, I don't know, are we, where are we here? 84 likes. Let's see if we can get up to that 100 likes, guys. I'd really love to see it make it up to 100 today. It being Friday, we should be able to do that. Looks like the extrudes more than than floating. Yep. Yeah, and you know, Opatas, I'm wondering where that lava is actually heading to, or going back down into the dungeons somewhere underneath, into the magma chambers, or is it flowing off somewhere else? And that's always a kind of a weird thing. We don't know where it is. But anyway, hit that like button, you guys. Help us out. It's the most economical way to support the channel and the stream. And we'd really, really appreciate it. I see we did move up to 86 on mine. And hopefully it'll do a little more climbing. On that friendly note, I'm your host here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX, a live stream. I will be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go away. Rides all around. Okay. Oh, jumps in what cart? Oh my God, you guys are racing around again. Okay, I'll be back. Don't go away. Hey, and the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And of course, what we're watching is Cumbre Vieja, a volcano. This was from last October, and that is our, I guess we call it our interlude for the break. So that is pretty awesome, you guys. I'm going to pause it right there. And yes, I used my magic powers to stop the volcano right in its tracks. And that is making time stand still. We have that power. Anyway, glad to have everyone on board still, and love looking at this. There's some pretty awesome views with our Cumbre Vieja volcano when it was erupting. Unfortunately, there was a lot of lost property and things like that because of it, and even one person lost their life, although be it slightly indirectly, but still it's never good when we see that. Anyway, that is pretty awesome and pretty cool to see where we are at. And I did say we were going to do earthquakes after, and let's check out our earthquake map, and we'll head right on over there. I did have it up and ready, kind of, sort of, and let's take a look at what we are seeing in Hawaii. One of the things I noticed, we are seeing more earthquakes out here a little bit beyond Loihi Seamount. And if we change that real quick, you can see what where the Loihi actually is located right there. And this is where we're seeing the quake. That is just a 2.2. It's 4.3 kilometers down at 3:38 a.m. Hawaii time out there in the water. Zooming in a little bit though, let's take a look at what we've got. I always like the red ones first, so let's have a quick peek. 2.5 happened at 1802, and depth 32.2 kilometers. And that is what we got on that one. Let's peek at these other guys here, and I will leave the depths for now, because the depth on most of these earthquakes is somewhere between 29 and 35 kilometers, so I don't need to go through that on every one, but this one is a 2.2 from 1603 today. This guy right here is 2.4 from the 7:36 a.m. This one is a 1.8 from 16 this morning Hawaii time, and this guy 1.8 also from 9:44 in the morning, and this guy 1.9 from 56 minutes after midnight. This bigger one here was a 3.2 which is from 10:22, and that's a little bit bigger than what we normally see in the area. This guy here 2.3 exactly twisted around, and that is at 8:27. And this other guy here 1.8 5:26 a.m. For that guy. And looking at this one 2.0 11:40 a.m. We got this guy 1.8 5:43 a.m. and 2.0 at 5 p.m. or 1700. And then we also have this guy at 1.9 at 10:17 a.m. So that's what we're seeing. I'm going to switch this back to the satellite terrain just so we kind of see that. I like it a little bit better. And looking around, first thing I do look at here, of course, Mauna Kea, no new earthquakes. We do have these three down on the bottom here. I don't think that's going to be all that big of a deal. We do have a couple that are right up in the top of Mauna Loa's caldera. We'll see how deep they are. 0.7 minus 0.7, so about 700 meters above sea level. for that guy happened actually yesterday at 2302. The other one here, 1.5 kilometers above sea level at 6:28 a.m. So that's what we're seeing, guys. And not too much else as far as other earthquakes. If we zoom in here a little bit, there is Kilauea, and it is beautiful to see, but I wish they'd update this picture. I know, fussy, right? And of course, our good friend, Two Pineapples, I think they're over here somewhere, is when they're doing their new streaming now. And that is kind of an awesome place that they can shoot from. So pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to zoom out. We're going to take a look at some of the other earthquakes around the planet. And I do know there were some bigger ones. Red ones are always first on the list, though. 4.4 here in Panama. And that was 10 kilometers down. Happened at 1746. And we also have this little guy here, 3.4. Puerto Rico, that's in that hot spot where we always get them. 8.5 kilometers down on that guy. And then the next thing I look for is the big ones. 5.1 here in Peru, 153 kilometers down, was actually from yesterday. 23 at 21 was the time on it. And we don't see too many other big ones there. We do see up here on the Aleutian Islands, King Cove, Alaska had a 4.0, and that was at 10:22 Alaska time. So that is what we see up there. That's a little bit bigger than normal. Zooming in here, one thing I didn't notice or didn't see anything is Kurtamak Ridge here. Nothing on the ridge, and very little here in this area as well. So Papua New Guinea and New Caledonia, Fiji, everybody is kind of spared today. Vanuatu, no shaking. We do have some little ones down here, 4.7, and that is Timor-Leste is what they're calling it. That's the island out there, not too far away from Luolatok, which is just a little further over. We do see some other ones here. This one, 4.3, Indonesia, 15 kilometers down, 1609 was the time on that guy. This one, 119.7 kilometers down for a 4.3, and that was at 1014. We also have this guy here in Indonesia, 90.1 kilometers down, happened at 2:57 a.m., 4.6, so a little bit heavy. And this guy is just at the north end of the Philippines, and that is a 6.0. That happened at 12:40, and that their time, of course, and big quake. If we zoom in a little bit, I just want to see what is right around it. Is it right on an island? No. So yeah, 35.4 kilometers down for that. So just right beside one of the islands, and that is quite interesting to see. We'll zoom back out. We do have this guy, 4.5, considered to be part of Taiwan, but that might have some reflection on this guy, because that's a sizable quake. And let's take a look down on the bottom end of Japan's islands here. We do have a 4.6, and nothing too serious. That was from yesterday, 23 of 14, 20 kilometers down. And then we see this 4.5, Japan as well, and nothing else too major. We do see this guy down here, 4.6, South Africa, on one of our wonderful ridges, and that's 10 kilometers down, 1:30 in the morning. And then we have this guy up here, and that's up here in Bosnia Herzegovina, and of course, and that is 48 kilometers down happened at 7 minutes after midnight, so just about 24 hours old. And now there was somebody who wanted to see the earthquakes of what was happening in the Canary Islands. We will go there right now, and we'll refresh our map because we want to see the latest and the greatest. That way we know what is current and what is not. And I'm sorry to tell you, we've got a very short list here. Very short list. These are all of the Canary Island earthquakes are listed right there, as you can see. And 1.9 is the one that's right in between Tenerife and Gran Canaria. And then we've got the other one, which is where the star is. And one is 5 kilometers down, and the 2.5 there is 19 kilometers down. Yeah, not really anything to talk about. You're absolutely right. And when we take a look at it, nice and clean, no dots anywhere in La Palma. So that is kind of it. And that star, I just wanted to see exactly where that was. So that's just off where it drops off into the deeper water from the island itself. So kind of interesting, but it is 19 kilometers down from there, and that's quite a ways. So, yep, that's it. Nothing really out of the weird, ordinary stuff. It's awful quiet, and we kind of like it, and I'm sure the people of the Canary Islands like it as well, that things are a little bit more settled down. And let's refresh this one as well. Always like to have fresh maps, that way we don't mess up too badly. Anyway, going through, and of course Astra is the only one showing in as far as volcanoes on Iceland right now. And yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier, that the one video I watched, was entitled that it was erupting again in Iceland, and I thought to myself, well, hang on, I didn't see anything, didn't see any tremors, didn't see any earthquakes. How can Ragnar be erupting? And how do you know if you can't even see it? But, that's one of those things. Kind of bite my tongue a little bit when I see just what we call just clickbait. And that is all it is, really all it is. Anyway, looking at our Ring of Fire, everything is pretty much what it was before. We're not seeing anything new out of the ordinary. Reventator and Sangay still the primary ones. Red there in Ecuador, still orange. Nevado del Ruz and Perse still yellow. Nothing out here. We've got Fernandina still out on the Galapagos, but haven't heard of anything erupting from it either. And going down here, so Popocatepetl, we know it's active, and we also know Fuego is active. I haven't seen any cameras on this Santiaguito, if I said it right. Anyway, don't know about that one, and I know Messiah, we did look at that still picture, so that's kind of what we're seeing there. Nothing spectacular, nothing wild or out of the ordinary. Quick peek at the Aleutian Islands, still everything is the same. And wow, Kevin Haynes, thank you very kindly for that $5 super chat. That is awesome. And let me write that down, Kevin Haynes, and $5 super chat. Thank you kindly, Kevin. I do appreciate that support. That is awesome. Aleutian Islands, of course, still the same. Kamchatka Peninsula is still the same. Our friend here, actually, hang on, Ibico, yesterday Ibico was yellow. It's back to an orange, and that's interesting. It was yellow yesterday, so things that make you go so a little bit more activity there maybe, I don't know. Karimsky, which is right here, and then Bezimiani still there, as well as Shivelish, and that is still normal. And of course, Semi and Great Sitkins, Cleveland, and Pavlov still doing their thing as well. And nothing too out of the ordinary. There's Suwanoshi-jima, the red one, and then of course Sakura-jima is the other red one in between there. Nothing too dangerous. Ibud and Dukono still doing their thing. This is Luolatuk, and then of course Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa. They did have an earthquake there 15 minutes ago, 4.6. So we might see something happen there at Krakatoa. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit and see how close to the volcano that earthquake is. Well, there you see it. It's not that close, but how deep is that guy? Does it give us a depth? 35, no, hang on. Where are you? Where are you in the list? Depth, 127 kilometers down, 79 miles. So that's what we've got. So that's a little ways away from Krakatoa, though. But that could definitely disturb something underneath in the deep bowels of the earth, and you never know. We may have another eruption out of Krakatoa. I'm just surmising it could happen. It may not, but anyway. Heard Island volcano are still there, part of the Australian guys. And Mayot still there. Old Dino still spewing out its black carbonate lava, and DR Congo still has his buddy Erta Ale, still a red. And of course, when we zoom in, we see Etna, Volcano, Stromboli, and Campi in this area. And I also want to add Mount Vesuvius right there. And there, that way you can see it. There's Mount Vesuvius right downtown Naples, and that's kind of but that one isn't active. It's quiet, which is really good, because you have about 6 million people living right around it. It would be pretty darn dangerous if we had something go on there. Anyway, that is about it for our earthquakes and for our volcanoes. Let's have a quick peek at our weather. Popping over to the weather map, I'm going to refresh, and we'll see what we can do with that. And there we go. And oh yeah, sure. Tomorrow is the first, and they're going to have fireworks. But these guys are being sadists and telling us we're going to have rain for our fireworks. I'm not liking that. And of course, this is the first year for a long time, because of COVID, that we were supposed to have fireworks, and now Mother Nature doesn't cooperate. Things that make you go, Anyway, there's North America. What we're looking at, of course, is windy.com. The SO2 map is, it's set on SO2 through more layers, and then you can select the SO2 on the air quality, and that's what we're looking at here. So that is a pretty good indicator of what's happening with our volcanoes and what we're seeing around the world. So North America, not bad. We do see some pollution up here. That is possibly come off of the Kamchatka Peninsula and moved around here, but we also see from some of our volcanoes locally that is also getting into the mix here somehow. Sliding down a little bit, so we see not so good around the Great Lakes, a little bit heavier, but all in all, it's not overly bad. zooming in a little bit, and of course this plume here, Mexico City as well as Popocatepetl combining their efforts, and that's what we're seeing. Most of that is floating right out into the Pacific, which is not so bad. And then we go down the coast, we see where everything is going. The wind currents change right here, kind of in between Chile and Peru, and the stuff down here is a lot chillier. Get it? Chillier? Never mind. Anyway, pardon me. We do see some of it blowing out into the Atlantic Ocean, so that's all right. Looking here, White Isle volcano just north of New Zealand, and that's what we've got there. Looking in at Australia, a little bit of industrial stuff there. And then up here just north of Sydney, we know there are some coal mines and coking plants doing that. And then we have Tofua out here in Tonga, and that's what we're seeing from it. I'm not sure if some of that is from Hunga Ha'apai, since that volcano is still active, even though it has about a 750 meter hole that it blew out when it did go. Anyway, continuing on, this guy is, of course, Yasur, our longest running volcano on the planet. That has been active for over 870 years. And looking at here, his friends doing their thing. A little bit of stuff coming off of the ones out here at Papua New Guinea. There we go. Mental block for a second, and zooming back in. Luolotok down here doing its thing. Then we've got Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa, of course. Plus the area, it having a very dense population, is adding to it. Up here, Ebu and Dukono doing their thing, and then we slide up a little bit more. Bulusan right here, off-gassing into the ocean, and then we do have quite a bit of off-gassing coming from the city itself, and that's Manila, and not so much coming from Taal, and I don't think there's anything coming from Taal right now. We do still see Taiwan has got a lot of pollution down on the bottom end, so some of this would be from Subanosi-jima, and then you also have from in here, that would be Sakura-jima, but it's not as bad as some of that local pollution that's coming off of it as well. And sliding up, and there we get into our Kamchatka Peninsula area, and down on the bottom here, the volcanoes, so Ibiko and, oh boy, I already forgot the name of the other one, but they're down there, and then Karimsky and his two buddies up here, Bazimiani and Shivalish. Boy, what the heck was the name of it? Now that's going to bug me. I'm going to have to go look. Well, moving the wrong map. Let me get onto that one. It's always bad when you see that. There it is. What? Chikarachki. That's what it is. And all right, getting back over to the weather map. It's one of those things, if you don't say it all the time, you forget which one it is. But that is all right. Anyway, let me get back onto that map, and I didn't mean to plant a flag there. We see what's going on. It's nothing really bad, so looking pretty good for the most part around the planet. Normal pollution in China and India and South Africa, they're kind of messing it up there for the whole country, and same thing seems to be happening here in the Congo. DR Congo has got a lot of SO2. We can't tell where RTVE is because of the pollution coming from Saudi Arabia in those areas, and that is kind of the way it is. One of the things I notice, all the plumes are a lot darker today, and that includes what we're seeing coming off of Mount Etna, and that is what this is. So you got Volcano and Stromboli in here as well, but most of this gas is coming from Mount Etna, and really makes a guy kind of wonder where that's coming from. Not too bad in Spain and France, they look really clear. Ireland looks really clear. A little bit in England and Wales. Wales actually might be fairly clear as well. And looking at Holland isn't bad, Belgium isn't bad, Germany's got some stuff in it, as well as looking at a lot of the other countries, Hungary and Poland here, got a lot. Lithuania is even covered there. Looking at Norway, Sweden, and Finland, very little on the bottom of Finland, but those other two countries, nice clean air today, should be easy breathing, so that is good for them. And of course Iceland, I'm wondering if they have the smelter going, and of course the smelter would be on this side here. For those people who watched the video, when actually if you were with that live stream, you would have, we drove right by it. Okay, we drove right by the smelter, so multiple times, I think. Anyway, I'll leave that be. So that is what we see for SO2 around the world, and it really isn't overly bad, at least not as bad as when Hunga Tunga Hunga Hapai went. So, and let's take a look at our weather around the planet. We'll start out with North America real quick. Immensely hot in Alaska. Wow, look at that, 26, 27. Beautiful temperatures. All those polar bears up there probably taking their polar bear suits off. Even up here, looking at, this is the Mackenzie River right there, and that is looking pretty hot. I'm surprised. We do see the warm air is in a lot of the upper areas here, even moving into the islands. So that is going to be interesting. We're going to see some more off-gassing of SO2, as well as methane, and possibly some carbon dioxide coming out of there. So these, as things thaw, like permafrost, is storing a lot of stuff. So when it melts, and you don't want that. Anyway, Canada, not bad. Looking at Alberta, a little warmer in the north than it is down where I am, but still 22, 23 degrees here, not bad. Prairies look not so bad. Going into Ontario, we see southern Ontario actually quite warm. Getting back out into Quebec, and then Nova Scotia and Newfoundland here, looking not too cold either. They're pretty nice. They've got some warm temperatures pushing up from the U.S., of course. And here's where things get a little hotter. Arizona, way too warm in Arizona. 104 degrees Celsius in Phoenix, 40 C. 40 degrees Celsius, yeah, 104 Fahrenheit, sorry, that's better. 104 Celsius, you'd all be cooking. We wouldn't see Arizona Snowman anymore. He'd be a puddle. But he's probably in a very cool air-conditioned house. Anyway, some warm temperatures there. That is pretty good. But we do see a lot of that heat still in central areas, which is actually probably not bad. It is summertime, you guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. looking at what we've got going a little further south, places like Cancun on the end of the Yucatan Peninsula here would be a pretty nice place to be right now. Same thing with Cuba, looking pretty awesome. Even Florida, 26, 27 degrees. But I think they've got some weather down there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. 29 in some spots. Looking not bad at all. If we slide up the coast as we go through the states, so South Carolina, North Carolina, and then even in here, Tennessee looking pretty good. Kentucky and those areas not bad at all temperature wise, and really do like that. And Illinois and those other areas pretty warm, even going up into New York here. Pennsylvania looking not bad, getting all the way up into Boston. A little cooler up top here, but there you go for Halifax, which really isn't too bad. I mean, it could be worse, could be hotter, but a quick look at South America, and again we see that cutoff line kind of going across about Sao Paulo, thereabouts. Anything north of that is pretty normal temperatures in the Amazon, and a little bit cooler down on the bottom end. It is winter, of course, and that's why you're seeing some of the negative temperatures down there, and not too cold. Quick shot here into New Zealand, and again, remember it's winter, and they've got this flow happening here, bringing a lot of that cold air that's kind of being mixed in and dumping it onto the southern island. The North Island is a lot warmer, and we're seeing a high there, and that's throwing some warm temperatures at the tip of the peninsula. Looking at very cold Tasmania, and that's not good. And of course, Leo Carlson brought up his temperature at 10 degrees Celsius, and that is what this map says as well. 85% humidity, and that is pretty cool. But you can see the green area is probably a little bit elevated, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Adelaide over here, a little bit warmer at 12 degrees. And yes, Magpie, I hear you. Okay, just be good. Keep quiet. My God. They want full conversations with me. I'm still waiting for them to say, hello, how are you? You know. Anyway, Sydney, about 12, 13 degrees. And we get up into Brisbane, which is Oz's area, 16, 17 degrees there. Looking at the top end, we got a couple, this is a very warm area right up here. That is pretty awesome. And I bet you that whole bay area, I don't know, is there a special name for that area, for that bay? Because I don't know what they call that. What do they call it? Square Bay? I don't know, something. I know in Canada we got Hudson's Bay, but this could be a Square Bay or something like that. I don't know if it is. Anyway, we'll back out. Gulf of Carpet area. Carpet area. Okay. The Gulf of Warm Temperatures. That'd be awesome. Anyway, seeing our Indonesian, Malaysian area, as well as the Philippines, everything looks pretty awesome. That storm that we seen yesterday in between the mainland and the Philippines, it's still there, it's still cooking, and that's what it's doing. And Sue's bringing up Bangkok weather, 29 degrees, and that's what the map says. Hey, the humidity is lower. That is comfortable. They've got a very nice day there then, not sweating as much as normal. Anyway, that is pretty awesome. And sliding up, we do see Japan is still holding some good heat, as well as Korea here, South Korea, even in North Korea. A little bit colder in North Korea. Actually, it was funny watching all the shows before on when they were North Korea was posing and threatening and doing things, and they wanted to march in and take some of the land off of here from China and Russia, and Russia had lined up a bunch of tanks in here. In other words, filled the whole area up with tanks, and I guess Kim Jong-un decided to change his mind. It was just a little funny quirk. But anyway, temperatures are looking not so bad. Going up Kamchatka Peninsula, they are still half warm. A lot of higher elevations there, but surprising to see 24, 25 degrees in some spots. That is incredible for them. And of course, we got India and Pakistan, and those areas still very hot, as well as what we refer to as the Middle East here, Saudi Arabia and Iran, Iraq, all those areas are very, very hot, desert-like areas. And then, of course, the Sahara Desert doing its thing, and zooming in a little bit onto Sicily. And right now, these are nighttime temperatures, you guys, 24, 23, 24 degrees. And you can see all the way along the coast, 25, 26 in some spots. Looking at Piggy's Island here, the island of Kos, 25, 26 for Piggy, and that is a nighttime temperature. So her little buddy there, I don't think she needs to worry about Buddy. I gotta close my window, somebody's mowing the lawn. I'm not sure what that lawnmower is, but it sure is noisy. Yeah. Good thing we're just about done. Zooming back in here, I wanted to look at Spain real quick. Northern portion's a little cooler. Down south, quite warm. A little bit, must have been some cold air blowing in here into France as well. I wonder if a thunderstorm will clear up in time for the next launch at Cape Canaveral tomorrow. Well, we'll get to the storm map shortly here, and we'll have a look at that, Mars. Anyway, Germany looks like they've got a bunch of good heat there, but looks like some colder stuff coming in from the west, and that is kind of weird, but it's coming. Still quite warm in Poland, and going all the way up here. A lot of warmth for everyone there, including Stockholm, and 19 degrees. And it is in the middle of the night, so these are incredibly warm temperatures for them. And of course, going all the way up on Norway's coast, you can see that is nighttime temperatures. Pretty awesome, you guys. Same thing with northern Sweden and Finland here, doing really, really well. So that is what we've got. Looking real quick here, I want to take a look at Ireland, and 11 degrees, 12, and yeah, 11, 12, somewhere. Doolin and those places be about 11 degrees right now. And they've got a little bit warmer air pushing in, so hopefully that'll warm things up in the near future. And England and Wales and Scotland, a little cooler today as well. Zipping in real quick into Iceland, and we do see some of the currents here that I think some of that warm is being pulled in and over and around now, and that's probably helping warm it up a bit, because we're looking here at 10, 11 degrees, and that is pretty awesome for nighttime temperatures for that area. Okay, having looked at that, let's take a look at the storms, and we'll do this one very quickly. We see northern Canada, and this is kind of hanging out there. I'm not sure where that's going to end up going. Probably coming down on top of me. And looking over in eastern Canada, here's that big system over Hudson's Bay, and it is drawing in all kinds of stuff, so creating a lot of thunderstorms in Quebec as well as northern Ontario. Quick look at the western portion of the U.S. We do see Arizona as well as going up a little bit here. We got Denver and Utah and those areas. They got some storms happening. Albuquerque going to get hit with possibly this, some thunderstorms there. In New Mexico, not so bad in Texas, but we do have this guy that is off the coast and possibly will come in and hit Houston. Hopefully it won't be too bad. And here we see in Louisiana and those states we got a little bit more. Same thing with Alabama. It's got a bunch of storms in it. And here is what we're seeing on Florida. I don't know. Well, if this wind keeps pushing in and keeps pushing things up, it may clear things up enough for tomorrow, Mars 2028. That Gulf is named the Gulf of Carpentaria. Carpentaria. Okay, Carpentaria. I've never heard of that before, but that's pretty cool. Gulf of Carpentaria. There must be a carpenter that made it. Get it? Never mind. Okay, all good. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. And anyway, looking at this, so if we have enough force here, we should be able to see something clear up by tomorrow, and we'll see how that works. Pardon me. Anyway, going south a little bit, we see a storm here on the Caribbean side of Panama, and doing its thing, and of course the other storm is out here working away. So I'm surprised to see that. I mean, they've had enough stuff going on in Mexico for a while already, and getting most of the areas through Central America as well. And of course here you see in the northern portions of Brazil, as well as Colombia, Venezuela, and Guyana, French Guiana, getting nailed with some more thunderstorms sliding down into Chile and Argentina down in the bottom here. And we see that whole mess sitting off the coast and bringing that cold, bad weather in there for them. And then, of course, this isn't helping any either over here, which is helping pull that in. And we'll probably see this move right across there. Zipping into New Zealand, and remember what I was saying, that air being drawn through, and they're getting hit with that colder air down on the bottom end here, and that is not so good for them. And that is kind of what we're seeing. Anyway, Northern Ireland, remember it was a lot warmer up there, so we're seeing the higher temperatures there, but also we have that rain there, and this may just keep bombarding them with a bunch of rain. Hopefully it won't get them too bad. We do see the part of this system, because it's swirling right around here, apparently going right around Tasmania, and kind of right underneath where Leo lives. He's got his weather machine out there. He's making weather. I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, going up Sydney area, a little bit more rain. And that warmer area that we've seen and thought, okay, Brisbane is a lot nicer. Well, they've got some more rain happening, and hopefully Oz is not going to be too inundated with rain. But the top area here where we had the really high temperatures, right beside the Gulf of Carpentilla, we do see that it's clear there. But a lot of storms in the Indonesian area, Malaysian area, and that is pretty much it. We do see the stuff in the Indian Ocean as well, but the big one that we were mentioning before is this has grown. Yesterday it was a small storm and just about here, but it looks like it has really increased in size as far as what we're seeing here. So this may be a natural disaster in the making, and we'll see what happens, because that has got some got pretty big. Yeah, really did. DJ Puff the Third, you missed the two storms, 14 volcanoes, and a couple of earthquakes. Other than that, everything is good. The pink elephants haven't shown up today. We do see this other storm out here, and of course I try to keep my viewers up to date, so I'm kidding you guys. North Korea and southern China getting nailed by that little storm, and then we have this just off the coast of Japan as well. Going up here, we see this is cutting through the Kamchatka Peninsula, and the Aleutian Islands. Kamchatka Peninsula is here. This is the Aleutian Islands, and that is streaming right through it. It will probably end up in the Kamchatka Peninsula if it keeps going. And let's carry on. So again, the big one in between, probably Cambodia there and the Philippines. So lots of stuff happening in India as well, and some of the Central Africa. And let's get into Europe real quick. Looking at what we've got down here, not seeing anything in Greece, and pretty calm. Same thing with Sicily and Italy, doing well. We do see something out here on the island, but very little here in Spain. Hey, Rusty Bolts, wow. Thank you kindly, Rusty Bolts. Rusty Bolts. And I gotta make sure I spell that right. There we go, Rusty Bolts. Thank you for that wonderful 20-pound super chat. That is awesome. Really do appreciate that. Thank you kindly, sir. Anyway, getting back into this, we see that up through Switzerland and going right into Germany. We do see that whole system. So it's coming all the way from Italy all the way up, going through the Alps and that. And then, of course, we move up a little bit more. Different storm system up in the northern portions of, you'll get Holland is involved, as well as Germany. And that is probably going to move up and nail Denmark right away. We also see this storm out here, and not quite sure what to make of this. Going into our wonderful area up there, North Sea or whatever you call that area. Do see a bunch of rain in Sweden, and that's probably good because that'll keep forest fires down. And sliding out here towards Iceland a little bit. Actually, I want to take a look at Ireland first. And not that in Ireland they're not getting nailed with too much water. And of course we see another low here, and this is why we can't see anything today at Ragnar. We're all covered up and socked in with clouds, and that is kind of what we're seeing there. Then there's this bigger system here. Now if this goes and follows its waves, it's going to come and crash down onto Iceland. So we'll probably have some bad visibility for a few days, and some stormy stuff happening there. Exclamation marks means ice rain. So we've got snow and ice rain along the edge of Greenland, which makes it really, really white. And then we'll have white land. Sliding back down here, I think we already know that we've got a storm off the coast here, and we do. So Nova Scotia, PEI, and I think Newfoundland is going to get hit by that. And we did look at this stuff that is pushing in here on Florida. So if that gets enough of a push for tomorrow's launch, it would be nice. And I think that is it for our weather. The other thing I do always mention is the equatorial storm going around, and we do see that is still seems to be intact, and they call that one Chaba. Chaba, the bad monster. Chaba, is it Typhoon Chaba? I think it's Typhoon Chaba. Typhoon Chaba in the water. Hopefully it's not going to hurt anybody or anything. And let's pick a temperature real quick and see if we can find the coldest spot on the planet. And I got a minus 72, 74, 75. Do I hear 76? No, I got minus 75 degrees Celsius. Do we have anything colder than that? That's all I can see right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, minus 75 degrees Celsius, unless there's something hiding over here. 70, 69, no. I think that's it, you guys. I think that our spot here of minus 75 degrees Celsius is about as cold as it is going to get. And I think that is where I tell everyone, please make sure you bundle up your penguins before you send them out to play in the snowbanks. And Sue found a minus 76. That's yeah, cool. Yeah, no, actually cold. Yeah, there we go. Just 4 to 110. Hey, let's go. See if we can get a couple more likes in there. See if we can push it up to 110 for those good people who haven't done that yet. Give it a whirl. Anyway, that is it for today, you guys, and that's been an awesome Thursday, which is technically a Friday here because tomorrow is Canada Day. And yes, I will be streaming. It is a holiday, but I will be streaming now, or still then, tomorrow, and we'll see what we can come up with. And other than that, I think I'm out of stuff. LB is eating right now, for those who are into bunnies. I think it's LB, or is it BB? It might even be BB eating. It's hard to tell. I'll have to zoom in. Anyway, they have kind of the same spots on their face. LB is, of course, I do believe is BB's offspring, so definitely could be. Anyway, you guys, let's throw it back on a little bit of fire here, just to appease the gods, and then that'll be it for today. And I will let that run and play. And oh sure, I turned that off. I told you I did. For some reason I turned it back on, and there we go. I turned it back off. All right, you guys, so for all those good people who have joined us here today, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. I want to do put a big thank you in to Loot Mule for that awesome $50 super chat, Kevin Haynes for that wonderful $5 super chat, and Rusty Bolts for the £20 super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you kindly for supporting the channel. Also, thank you to Satronix and all of the other members in here as well. And Satronix renewed the membership, which is great. And I really do appreciate you guys supporting the stream. And I really hope you're getting something out of it in return. So on those friendly notes, please take care of yourselves. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, everyone. And by all means, keep smiling, have happy dreams, and don't play with hot lava. You'll hurt yourself. And on that friendly note, I will say good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves. And please make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I bid you all a good night. And thank you to my moderators. You guys were awesome. Thanks, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas, and Joseph. Hopefully they're all there. Anyway, take care, and biggest thanks, Snowman. Thank you. Take care, everybody, and all the best. Oink, oink. The microphone doesn't want to shut off. Maybe it wants me to keep going. Huh? What do you think? I don't think so. Anyway, stream is still at the normal time tomorrow, even though it's a holiday. Oink, oink.